This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I'm Tim.
How are you doing this week, Tim?
Tom, I'm not sure if you've noticed this. I'm giddy.
Yeah?
I've been giddy for a full week.
Why is that? I haven't seen you. We've both been out of town in like two ships in the night.
Two airplanes.
Yeah. Well, I guess, maybe we passed in airplanes, but like we were not in New York together for a while now.
Right.
For at least a year or two.
Yeah, we've been doing this thing.
We've really underplayed how much we bank episodes.
I would like to bank a year's worth of episodes.
I would forget how to do this.
Yeah. How to talk.
Yeah, well, you know what, Tim? I make it look easy, but it's not.
Yeah, Tom. We'll talk about Las Vegas in a few minutes. All you Vegas fiends that downloaded this episode, they're like, they're gonna talk about
gambling tips.
Yeah, let's talk about the Bunny Ranch. That's where you went.
That's not where I went, Tim.
No, Las Vegas is.
Oh, yeah.
But I went to another.
I have a dog. Why would I need a rabbit?
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, I have a dog. Why would I need to
have sex with a prostitute?
Anyway, I went to Los Angeles.
Oh.
Not Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Tom, and whatever. LA's fun. I like it.
That's why you like LA. He likes it.
Yeah. Tom, I lived a dream. It was a dream. It felt like a dream.
All right.
I went inside my favorite TV show, Tom.
Wow, inside the television.
It felt like, Tom, you know, and you kind of share this with me, but not as deeply as I do. I love America's Funniest Home Videos. It's by far my favorite television show in history.
Right. Where would you put it on like the scale of all entertainment? Like, are there any books or movies that you like more, or music?
I don't think so. Right. And it gets a bum rap, Tom.
Yeah.
Because like everybody's like, oh, it's lowbrow.
Just like Dusty did by always going up on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, and you're referencing a very obscure America's Funniest Home Video.
Pretty obscure.
It gets pigeonholed as this kind of lowbrow, just a bunch of guys getting hit in the junk.
Balls. Yeah.
And like it's a lot of that, but like it's also great when you see that. But it's all types of humor. It's like it runs the gamut from like some of it's pretty mean spirited. It's some people that like if they fell like a little bit differently, like it would be a tragedy instead of a funny video.
Right.
But like some of
you know
it is
what?
just
that's celebrating life.
yeah. And it's dogs doing cute stuff and cats doing cute stuff and babies doing cute stuff and people experiencing joy and sadness and heartbreak and everything. You run the gamut. You see these little slices of life. It's incredible. And like, look, if you don't like a video or a segment even, look, there's something new coming. Right? Look, I love it. I think more people should watch it. It's a bum rap.
Tim, are you getting choked up?
Listen, it's unfair what they've done. It used to be hosted by Tom Bergeron, the greatest man who's ever lived. Now it's hosted by Carlton from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I wasn't like, look. It's hard to hold a candle to the Burge, right?
Yeah. Well, and Tom Bergeron was not the first host.
No, Bob Saget. And then a lot of people forget that John Fugelsang and Daisy Fuentes took over.
Yeah. Boy, chalk me up with people who forget that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's kind
of... Well, and also America's Funniest People for...
Dave Coulier. That was bullshit.
Yeah.
That show was garbage. Look, that was crap.
What differentiated America's Funniest People?
America's Funniest Home Videos was stuff caught on tape.
Right.
You know, it was the advent of people had camcorders in their home.
It's pronounced camcorders, by the way.
What did I say?
Camcoders.
Yeah, campcoders.
You got one of them there campcoders?
And then America's Funniest People, like they'd go to malls and stuff, where people would set up the video camera and be like, look, I'm going to do a Richard Nixon impression.
Yeah.
I'm not a crook, right?
Yeah.
Or the one thing I remember were these two portly gentlemen that lifted up their shirts and they had like their nipples became the eyes, and they painted like a face.
Yeah.
And then they used the rolls, their fat rolls, to make it look like they were singing Elvis songs or something.
That's pretty good.
It was all right. It was
Yeah, I take it back.
yeah. It's just not like
So America's Funniest People was videos of people trying to be funny on purpose.
Exactly.
Whereas America's Funniest Videos is sometimes you will get a video of somebody trying to be funny on purpose, but it goes dramatically wrong in a way that's even funnier.
Yeah, they'll get hit in the face with a soccer ball when they're trying to do their Richard Nixon impression.
Right.
Yeah.
Unintentional humor is what AFE is all about.
Yeah. So, like, I've been a fan of this show since 1989.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite show. Got to go. It's great. Tom, what they do.
You didn't, when you say I got to go, it sounds like you were invited there because you had a videoing competition.
Oh, yeah, no, I just, like, there was me.
I was invited to America's Funniest.
It was me, my wife, and a bunch of, like, high school and college kids with nothing better to do on a Friday night in Los Angeles. I don't even know if it was Los Angeles. We had to drive for like 3 hours. Anyway.
Somewhere in the desert.
Yeah. Look, we got there. It was great. We went on the set. A couple things.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, Alfonso Ribeiro, a great man. You know,
I thought his name was Giovanni Ribisi. Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alfonso Ribeiro, he was Carlton from The Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
He came out. There was a warm-up guy, right, as there always is at TV shows, but then Carlton came out and did like 25 minutes of what I would describe as a stand-up routine with no jokes.
Right.
It had the cadence of like he was like, hey, you know, I hate doing the Carlton dance. Everybody always wants me to do the Carlton dance.
Yeah.
And I think I could get away from doing the dance in public, but, you know, I find myself, where do I find myself? The airport. And at the airport, people are always coming up to me and doing the Carlton dance and ask me to do the Carlton dance. And I'm like, I don't want to do that dance. And like, that's the whole anecdote there. And it was entertaining, but it's also like, Carlton, you need some laugh lines.
Well, don't call him Carlton.
Anyway, it was fine. It was great. You know what they do, Tom?
What?
Number one, they're always shuffling the audience around.
Oh, huh.
Yeah. Like we were at the end of the line. We got there late because, you know, we only
do
care
it
so
to make
much.
sure they're you know, when they're moving the camera that they're not facing uggos?
I don't think so. I think it's to protect Carlton from an assassination attempt.
Wow, all right. Keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah, exactly. You never know where you're going to be at any given time. You can't kind of coordinate an attack.
Right, yeah.
No, it's just like after every segment, they're like, okay, you 6 people come over here, you people. Like, we got there late, so we weren't even on the stage. You know how the audience is on the stage?
Yeah.
I was so mad. I went with my wife, and like we
Yelling
got
at
there,
her.
and she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "This is fucking bullshit." And she was like, "Do you want to leave?" I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I don't think we can leave. I don't think we're allowed out of here." And I like almost got like the stage manager. I was like, "I'm leaving,"
No.
but then they cycled us in like really quickly.
So maybe that's why they do it. So everybody gets a chance.
There was only like 10 people that didn't get to sit there. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I assume like they have that overflow because, you know, they don't know how many people are going to show up on any
Right,
given
yeah.
night. Whatever. I got in. I was very close to Carlton. It was very nice. But before they
Were
start,
you close enough to smell him?
yeah,
What do you smell like?
he smelled good.
I know he smelled
He smelled
good,
clean.
but yeah.
He smelled like soap.
No, well, that's not a great smell. Then.
Soap is great.
I mean, it's a good smell, but he strikes me as somebody that like he would like have a signature like a sage or something kind of
I
smell.
don't know what sage
I don't
smells
know.
like. Maybe it was.
Maybe I'm thinking of wood sage, like
What's wood sage?
I don't know if that's even what it's called. Just like a nice aftershave.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Soap.
Right.
I can only smell 2 smells: poop and soap,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
and sauce. I call it gravy sometimes.
All right.
What they do beforehand, like, it's very confusing because they make everybody sit down, right? And then they're like, okay, to get you guys in the mood, we're going to show you some videos before like the show starts.
Oh, so videos that aren't even going to be a part of the show.
Right. And I recognized them a lot of them as classic videos.
So like greatest hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But get this. It's silent in there. And they played there, like, everybody look at the screen, and they play a bunch of videos, like, in chunks. They'll play, like, 5 videos at a time, but it's silent. And the ones with dialogue in them, they're just subtitled.
Okay.
And, like, they didn't mention that they'd be silent. So everybody there is just like,
should we all be quiet?
Are all the videos going to be without sound? And, like, then you're like, oh, it's because, like... Yeah, probably, because, like, they need to get clean laugh sounds.
Yeah.
They did that for, like, 20 minutes. And I realized it was in chunks of, like, once, like, videos that made everybody go, like, "Aww." But then there were, like, a chunk of videos that everybody would be like, "Oh!" Because, like, a guy got hit in the balls or whatever. And then there'd just be some belly laughs. And I was like, oh, this is where they get the audio for all of the laughs for the entire episode.
That's how they grow the laughs.
Yeah. Because then the rest of the show,
make sure they're ready for harvesting.
Yeah, and then the rest of the show, they had them pumping.
Oh, so yeah, so they use that to probably like sweeten things.
I don't know, because like if you had audience mics, right, for audience reaction, but they're also piping in the thing, that would cause some like weird
feedback or something.
So I think they just cut all of the audience like they didn't need to show us all the rest of the videos.
Right.
Tom, they set up these cocktail tables that some people sit at.
Yeah.
Chex Mix on all the tables. There's a bowl of Chex Mix.
Must have been a pig and shit.
It was like at one
You're
point.
Like, this is how I watch it at home.
when I was sitting and it felt like I was in the TV and there was a bowl of Chex Mix there, and Alfonso Ribeiro was like literally like 2 feet away from me, throwing to the next thing of videos. Yeah. And there was this other guy, it was me, my wife, and this other guy at the table. And the other guy was so enthusiastic, like every time he'd like turn to us and be like, man, I can't believe that video, right? Like, and I was like, this is great. And then like I turned to my wife and I was like, I think this might be a weird fever dream I'm having, because like it feels like I'm in the television. Yeah. And then the fact that like my favorite snack food is here.
Yeah, it just feels a little too on the nose.
It just feels like, man, maybe this is it. I'm dying. I'm never going to wake up from this.
Yeah, the last synapses of my brain firing off.
I do expect this is what I will see as I'm ushered off this mortal coil.
Yeah, if they were like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special treat. Tom Bergeron is back to host tonight. Then you would be like, oh, no.
Yeah, and then on the way out, it's like, and then everybody say hi to the Muppets on your way out. Like, ah, shit. This is, and I'm going to walk out of this and I'll be in hell for eternity.
Well, Tim, you were in well, you already mentioned. Yeah, I was in Vegas. Yeah. I guess I didn't have to give it a big intro.
You were really taking a big swing on that, big wind up. You might have been in Los Angeles.
I almost started doing the intro to the show again. I got very confused.
You seem to be a little off.
I am very off, Tim, because I was in Las Vegas.
All those flashing lights mess with your circadian rhythm.
Yeah, well, I mean, the time zone change definitely did. Also, like, boy, I didn't think I would like Vegas, but I really didn't like Vegas.
Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, and I think I would hate it.
No, knowing you, like, and our similarities, you would not like it.
Yeah. And in the ways that we're different,
yeah,
would make me less inclined to like
Las
Las
exactly.
Vegas.
You would think that I, like, if anyone was going to like it, it would be me.
Yeah, out of the two of us. Yeah.
Right. So if I don't like it, you really wouldn't like it. Yeah, I mean, and like we've both been to Atlantic City together. And
okay. Why did we keep going back?
Tim,
I've been there a couple times with you, and they've never been a good time.
No, but we need to win back our money.
Yeah, it worked every time too.
Yeah, every time the casinos were like, "Oh, damn you." You came back and you won all that money you lost last time.
Exactly. It was a heist.
No, and I was always under the impression that, like, I don't like Atlantic City because it's like a shitty version of Vegas. And Vegas is also shitty, which was just, like, Vegas is nicer than Atlantic City, but not in, like, ways that I would like.
Right. I mean, how are, like... What are the things that like what I hate about Atlantic City is that everywhere's smoky.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to be being nice to each other. Like it's like a casino and like associated places like or attached places to casinos are where people feel like they can just be like, "Yeah, I'm out for me. Fuck you. Get out of my way."
Yeah, it is weird. Like, so I was there for a conference, so it was a little bit different because, like, I was, talking to other people in the conference. But you're 100% right. Like, as far as casinos go, like, people don't look at each other or, like, talk to each other or, like, say hi or anything. And, like, we both live in New York City. People don't do that here either. But it was, like, at a more extreme level there.
Yeah.
Where everybody kind of just wants to be, like, isolated and just kind of, like, on their own. Which, like, I totally get. Like,
yeah, I realize I want that all the time.
Well, like, and I get that, like, if you, like, struck up a conversation with, like, somebody playing a slot machine, like, you're probably going to get, like, more than you bargained for pretty quickly. Like, and pretty soon, like, regret having struck up a conversation. Yeah, the smoking is, like, especially, like, how long has it been in New York where, like, you can't smoke inside?
Like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Like 18 years. It was 2000.
Yeah. So, like, it's crazy to go to a place now where you can smoke, like, anywhere.
Is that what society used to be like? Like, you go into, like, a McDonald's and everybody's friggin' smoking and, like...
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think probably more people smoke in Vegas than, like, anywhere else just because, like... Yeah, but it's probably less than it used to be. I mean, when, like, going back, like, 30 years, there were probably, like, everyone in Vegas was smoking all the time.
Yeah. You watch a movie from the 70s, everybody's smoking everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in the airplanes smoking. And
yeah.
The fact that you used to be able to smoke on airplanes is insane.
That's terrifying.
That is a small, pressurized aluminum tube where, like, where do you think that smoke's going?
Yeah. I do feel like that... I often think of people smoking on airplanes whenever I get nervous on an airplane.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I think everything's so delicate when you're up in the skies or whatever.
Right.
It's like, nah, people used to be like smoking cigarettes, not like chain smoking, and everybody was fine. Nothing ever happened in an airplane, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, they all land 100% of the time.
Yeah, all right.
Somebody that that reminds me of something else I want to talk about in a second. But somebody else that I was talking about now. I went and saw that movie First Man about Neil Armstrong.
Oh, yeah.
First off, you should see that. You won't think astronauts are cowards anymore.
I don't think astronauts are cowards. I just don't think they have to do that much.
No, this movie, like, all joking aside and giving you shit aside, like, maybe nowadays that's true, these, new entitled astronauts, but like back then, this guy, like, they're trying to land the lander on the moon, and he's got, like, graph paper out, like, scribbling away, like, oh shit, like, doing calculations before they, like, crash to land.
Oh.
So they actually have to, like, do math and stuff.
Yeah, I'm good at math. I don't think math is particularly hard. I don't think doing math makes you a hero.
But
it makes you good.
One reason why I think people consider astronauts heroes, and also why, like, this movie really did a good job of it, and they weren't trying to explain this, but I was like, oh, this is, like, a really good explanation for, one of the biggest things with these, moon landing conspiracists is, like, if we really landed on the moon, how come we haven't gone back in so long? But in the movie, they show you, like, 12 astronauts died during, like, the Gemini and Apollo missions, and, like, how upset, like, and there were protests and stuff. It's like, oh, that's why, because, like,
Tom,
a lot of people die.
Why did you set me up to jokingly talk about how, like, astronauts don't have it that hard, and then give a sincere speech about how sad it is. Yeah, let me just say.
Because I wanted to make you look like a fool, Tim.
Yeah, you did. I was just kidding. I do think it's harder than most jobs.
Tim, he's crossing his fingers. People can't see.
Look, I think astronauts are brave. I wouldn't go to the moon.
You would just go into orbit.
No, I wouldn't go into space at all. Because, also, I don't see the point.
Yeah. So anyway, I went and saw that movie. That was
In Las Vegas?
Yeah, that was the best time I had in Vegas going to see a movie.
Was it in a special theater or something?
No, it was in a theater attached to the casino hotel. It was like it was a multiplex. Like it was a full on.
What casino hotel?
The casino hotel was called Sam's Town. It is. But
It's the Killers album.
Oh, is that what the Killers album is?
It's called Sam's Town, and I know the Killers are like a
They're
Vegas
from
band.
Vegas. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's what it's about.
Is the album about the casino, or is the casino about the follow-up to the hit
I'm going to
Killers
guess
album?
that the album, I'm going to guess that they're both about something else.
Yeah.
That there is maybe a town called Sam's Town that they're both aping.
Do you think it's Las Vegas? Do you think...
oh, maybe that's like a nickname for Vegas.
Yeah.
Sam's Town.
Man, one would think that you were tasked, Tom. I'm blaming you.
Hey, I went there. I did all the research.
Yeah, that's true.
But they had a full-on movie theater next to this place, and at one point after the conference was over, I had a couple of hours to kill before I went to the airport. So I went to I was like, oh, I can go to a movie theater. $5 matinee.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one reason to stay there.
Oh, absolutely. And it was a very nice theater. It was, like I said, a full-on multiplex. It was all new releases and everything. And, I think there was a non-casino entrance, maybe even. Sorry. Just kicked your microphone into your face.
It hurt.
So, yeah, that was fun because I didn't want to gamble. I don't like gambling. I like gambling for literally 5 minutes, and then I'm immediately frustrated and or bored with it.
Yeah, I mean that's an admirable quality, I'd say.
Oh yeah, I'm not like, oh, I wish I liked gambling.
And I'm also baffled by it.
Yeah,
because I feel like you and don't take this the wrong way, because I'm like this, where it's just you're you'd get a chip on your shoulder if you went down some money, and you're like, oh no, Tommy's not going down like this. Tommy's gonna make these people pay.
Yeah.
But you're analytical. I think you're too hot-headed to be a guy who doesn't like gambling. Because I think people who really like gambling, it's oh, how dare you disrespect me? You think you could take my money? I'm gonna make you so sorry you ever tried to take my money.
Yeah, I think I would be that way if I didn't know, just at a fundamental level, everything's rigged against you there.
Yeah, your analytical mind is just no, the way to not lose your money
right,
is
to not play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they came to my house and we're we brought a bunch of, casino games, then maybe I'd be like, well,
I have the advantage now.
The house always wins and we're in my house. So, now I will. That would be a good way for the casinos to trick me into. I mean, I guess that's what online gambling is.
But if Sheldon Alderson came to your house with his
ooh, no, I'd be like, "Ooh, get out of here."
Yeah, what is that? What's all over your face?
Yeah,
are you wearing putty? Are you made entirely of clay?
It's on my floor. Ugh. No.
Chin just fell off. He had a big roulette wheel with him. He's like, "Oh, come on."
Banging it through my door, trying to, you're marking up the door frame. No, I played some slots. When you get there, they give you a card and they're like, if you bet $5, you get a $5 free play or whatever. And I did that. And so I had $10, and then I immediately won $40. And I hit the button to cash out and left with the $40. Nice. I was like, oh, this is great. It's there's drinks for tonight. And it was also, I was coughing from all the smoke, so I had to leave. But yeah, so I went and saw a movie. What was it? What were we talking about before? Talking about airplanes and how dangerous they are, and
first man.
Yeah, no, that's what
Las
led to the
Vegas.
first man. Yeah, Las Vegas. That's where I went.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Maybe just go to your next note on the list. I don't know. 10 years doing this podcast, I thought.
Yeah, it's a weird place. I was telling you earlier, but I'll repeat it. I first realized that it wouldn't be a place for me, to put it that way, because literally in the airport, I overheard two men having a conversation about the TV show Tool Time. And there's not a TV show called Tool Time. There's a TV show called Home Improvement.
Yeah, unless they lived in the Home Improvement universe, there's no TV show called Tool Time.
Or if they were talking about, maybe there are like cuts online of just Tool Time.
Tool Time
Like,
seems
maybe
like it would be
somebody-
a good show, a better show than Home Improvement.
Yeah. I'm sure there's like somebody online that's just edited out all the Tool Time segments and put those online.
Oh,
so
that'd
you
be
could
great.
so then you could watch Tool Time.
Yeah.
And maybe if I was like, excuse me, sir, the show's called Home Improvement, not Tool Time, they would be like, I'm talking about watching edited segments on the internet that are just, a minute and 30 seconds of Tool Time.
Have you ever been to the Tim Allen subreddit where you can get
Cuts of just Tool Time.
yeah.
Also, the other thing in Vegas that I noticed right after I got off the plane is that there's a lot of like men older than us, like 10 years older than us, that
So in their 30s.
that still think mall punk is a desirable fashion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, was it Mark Hoppus?
It wasn't
Did you
Mark.
see Mark Hoppus?
No, but I saw like a lot of men his age.
That seems like one of the Vegas styles, guys in their late 40s dressing like a 2002 punker.
Yeah, I mean, and first off, like, I don't think Mark Hoppus like dresses like that anymore, right? Like even on tours and stuff. Like I don't know. I imagine like he wears like probably like a lot of black, just kind of like nondescript clothing.
Look, he seems like a nice guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
I got nothing against the hop.
No, and that's my point. Like, I don't think Mark Hoppus probably dresses like he did in the 90s anymore.
Right.
But a lot of men who presumably are...
And if he did, he would have an excuse because it would be a very lucrative
I'm
way
an
of life.
entertainer. There's a costume that I
exactly.
wear.
Hey, you don't get mad at Alice Cooper for wearing all that face paint.
Right. But there were a lot of people that are probably like fans of that kind of stuff that's how they dress. Like I saw a man easily in his 50s wearing Jinko jeans.
Nice. They're coming back.
Well, and he was riding a skateboard.
The coolest way to get around for any age.
Yeah. Well, you're doing that in Vegas. It's the desert. It's all sand. You're going to get sand in your
They've paved
bearings.
some of it.
Yeah, they have paved some of it.
Were there roads and stuff when you went there?
The road was called the Las Vegas Strip. Well, it was that whistle because you think like that's where the strip club is.
No.
Oh.
I think the strip club is everywhere.
I didn't see any strip. I'm getting ahead of myself here. That's a later topic. But,
Okay.
But I got off the plane and went to the Las Vegas Strip.
The Sunset Strip.
No, not the. God damn it, Timmy! You were just in L.A.
Yeah, that's where I stayed, the Sunset Strip. One time I stayed on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. God damn it. It was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad part of town.
Wow.
Stayed at Motel 6?
Mm-hmm.
Something? One of those?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Or Red Roof Inn.
Yeah, there was one room that didn't have windows in it.
How many rooms did you go in?
There were. I was there with my band,
Oh, okay.
and there were 5 of us sharing a room, and so there was one room that had a queen bed that 3 of us shared.
Mm-hmm.
There was another windowless room,
just
off
like
of
royalty.
that. Yeah. There was another room that was windowless that had a stain on the ceiling above the bed, which is like, I don't know what tragedy happened here that affected the ceiling.
Probably a tragedy that happened upstairs from that room.
Yeah.
Seep down.
So anyway, how does the Vegas Strip compare to the Sunset
I was gonna
Strip?
say, well, I couldn't compare them, but the hotel talk reminded me of the hotel talk that I wanted to talk about when I said I forgot what I was gonna say. Was that somebody I was talking to there had gotten in late, and they had to so they got in late. Man, that's another thing. These freaking casinos, and we had this happen once, I think, when we went to Atlantic City for a friend's bachelor party, where you get there and they're like, well, I have a reservation under rentals, and they're like, all right, well, we have to see if there are any rooms left. It's like, well, hold up.
Yeah.
Hold the phone. I said I had reserved a room, not that I would like a room, and I'm telling you for the first time. The same shit there, which is insane. In my mind, if I'm not reserving a room, reserving and paying for a room up front, whether I get there or not is none of your concern.
Yeah.
And like, you should be happy, like, oh, okay, well, if the person doesn't show up, we're still going to charge them, and we'll save a little money because we don't have to go and house clean that room.
Yeah.
But
But they're like, no, we'll double our money.
Right. We'll
Well,
double.
that's Vegas. They
Yeah.
double down. That's what you do, baby.
Yeah. So this person.
Did you see the swingers there? Jon Favreau and
I thought
Vince
you meant
Vaughn?
like wife swappers or something.
No, I mean they're all over that godforsaken place. No.
Yeah, I kind of assumed. I was always kind of looking at people and thinking like, are they here for a swingers convention? To be clear, I was not there for a swingers convention. You think anybody's ever gone to a swingers convention thinking it was for the movie and not for having sex with other people's partners?
I feel like the promotional materials would like unless you saw a bunch of like 90s era dudes dressed up like 50s era dudes.
Right. Yeah, but what if you saw like a bunch of, scantily clad men and women, and you just thought like, oh, it's like this ad's like in character for like Vince Vaughn's character, like he would make this kind of ad because it's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
You'd have to go through a lot of mental gymnastics.
Yeah, exactly. There's I feel like you'd ask a couple questions, right? Like, do you think they'd use "You're so money, but you don't know it"? Man, that was not a good movie, was it?
No, it's just like a very cringeworthy movie now, looking back. But a lot of people loved it, and those people are living in Las Vegas dressing like Mark Hoppus today. No, I was going to say the thing that I forgot was so I was talking to somebody that got in late, and when they got their hotel room, luckily they had a hotel room at all, but they were like, we gave away your room, but we have a smoking room for you.
Nice.
Ugh. And he was just like, it was so disgusting. He's like, you think the room smells like smoke, but you don't realize like, the like sheets and pillows.
Oh God.
Like they don't swap those around. Like there are smoking sheets and smoking duvets and smoking pillows.
You know what? You know what's always a good time? Smoking in bed.
It's safe too.
It's safe. It's just a fun hobby.
Yeah.
It's safe in the long and short term. It's great.
I have people that would like smoke while they were eating. Not even like, oh, after a meal I have a cigarette. It's like, no, during a meal I have a cigarette in between bites.
Yeah.
Somebody before, I almost gave him money just because I was like, I want to see where this is going. But like a homeless person stopped me. And they were like, can you give me some money? I need to buy a package of steak.
A package of steak?
Yeah. And it's like, that's awfully fancy for somebody.
And also like a package of steak.
Yeah. How many steaks we talking here?
Yeah, I'd like to accompany you to the point of sale here.
No, and I think that would have been fine. She stopped me like as I was walking out of the supermarket. And I think, probably under the, that I would be like, all right, here's a couple of bucks. Mm-hmm. Not like, oh, yeah, all right, I'll come in. I'll go buy you some steak.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
It was a weird, and I knew it was homeless. She said, I'm at the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
A homeless shelter, I don't think, has a way to cook steaks.
No, they might. I don't know. I don't know how it works in Vegas.
No, it wasn't Vegas. It was here in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I kind of regret not.
I guess you wouldn't have gone to the supermarket in Vegas.
Yeah. Maybe I would have. Sometimes I do that whenever I'm in England. Go to the supermarket, Tesco,
Yeah,
Sainsbury's.
Yeah, when you and I do shows in London, we do most of our eating at supermarkets.
Oh, absolutely.
Like just sandwiches.
Yeah, cheese and onion, baby.
Yeah, I'd love a cheese and onion sandwich.
I'd always love a cheese and onion sandwich.
Yeah.
They're the best.
The secret of that, it's got to have a good amount of cheese on it.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not really a secret. It seems like,
Yeah,
they
I'd
know
say
how
it's
to
the
make 'em.
secret sauce, except for the mayo. That's another. That's really the secret sauce because it's not in the name of the
right.
sandwich.
Yeah, they keep that under undercover.
Yeah, and you go, I think I'm detecting a
Yeah, I don't think this is just cheese and onion.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something else in this.
honey, taste this. What does this taste like to you? It's mayo, you fucking
Now,
fool.
I know bread isn't listed in the ingredients, but it's assumed because it's a sandwich that there would be bread. So I know it's not bread, but there is something else to this. Anyway,
Las Vegas.
so I was disappointed I didn't get to go to the Michael Jackson 1 show.
Yeah, why didn't you?
It wasn't happening that night, and that night was like really the only time. So the hotel I was at was like a half hour. Here's the other thing about Vegas. You look at everything on a map and you're like, oh, great. Everything's close. No. They
Really?
they built everything at like a weird scale. Like
Oh, yeah, no, I know the New York casino is a smaller scale
no,
than New York.
beyond that even. Like everything, like blocks there are like 10 times the size of a New York City block. So when you look on a map, you're like, oh, it's 3 blocks. But it's like, oh, no, it's actually like 30 blocks.
Wow.
Like
Not a lot of side streets, you say. Cross streets.
Yeah. No, it's like an entire city where every road is a highway.
That sounds like my nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like, I would call like a Lyft from one place to another, and it'd be like, oh yeah, look at that. It's a straight line. And then it'd be
look
like,
at that. Straight line.
no, it'd be a straight line. And you'd be like, 3 blocks. And then you'd be like, why is it telling me it's going to take 25 minutes to get there? And then you would find out when you were, in the car. It was a long distance.
It's a long distance.
Yeah, so I didn't go to the Michael Jackson show because
it was too far away? Tom, how far away could it have been?
I don't know. I really wish I had gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had bought that hat too. They were selling. I went in the gift shop and they were selling Michael Jackson fedoras like he has in Smooth Criminal.
Yeah, I really thought it was bullshit that you didn't buy that at least for a bit.
Yeah, you know what? It was only $35. Like that's
Whoa,
really not.
no, wait, what?
It's $35.
Did it have some sort of Michael Jackson branding on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
like on the strap around
Because
the fedora.
if you came with just a fedora and you were just like, no, it's like Michael Jackson wore, I'd be like, no, you're a fedora guy.
No,
now.
see, that's why I would have bought it. I don't like things with branding, Tim. I don't like an Alf costume with just a picture of Alf on it.
Guess what, Tom?
Yeah.
You can go get a fedora in New York.
Well,
just
maybe
ask
I
any
will.
jerk you see on the street where he got his hat.
Yeah, and looking at it closely, I should have brought up a picture, but I think they would have thrown me out. I don't think it was like actually very similar to the type that MJ wore.
Also, Tom, if you got thrown out of the gift shop, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was planning on coming back several times before I left.
Well, if I had gone to see the show, I certainly would have come back and bought some memorabilia.
Yeah. I'm bummed you didn't see that show. I didn't even know. They have a Prince show too, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure where that was. I didn't come across it.
I feel like that has to be like unlicensed, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Prince's estate, I guess, has played it way more loosey-goosey than Prince himself.
Oh,
did.
yeah, 100%. Like, you hear Prince songs in commercials and stuff now.
Oh,
which,
man. There's like a Capital One or Chase commercial with Let's Go Crazy.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Like, this would have been... Like, he got mad when like bands covered his song, like legitimate bands.
Yeah, bands that he liked covered his songs. He didn't like it. I don't think he would have been cool with a bank commercial using his music.
Oh, God, that pisses me off so much.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't go to that show. Let me tell you, Tim, there's, I think, like 30 different Cirque du Soleil
Did
shows.
you go see Love, the Beatles show?
No, I didn't. Tim,
I'd like to see that.
Tim, I went and saw one show. It's called First Man. It was about an astronaut.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Like, Tom, I spent a lot of money to go to AFV when I went to Los Angeles.
Did you buy these tickets from a scalper?
I don't want to talk about it, but I just
Oh,
feel
you
like...
didn't you?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought because like it seemed like a last minute thing that you went, but I guess
Tom,
it's
here's
not
the
booked up.
best kept secret in Los Angeles. If you drive a couple hours and want to see a taping of a TV show that's been on for 29 years,
Yeah.
and you're one of 250 people that happen to show up for one of the 3 tapings that day,
Yeah.
they let you in for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in
You
mind
can even get
next
there
time.
late like we did, and
Yeah.
you'll get cycled into the seats on stage.
I'll keep that in mind next time I'm in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't see that.
Did you see Penn and Teller or Piff the Magic Dragon?
No, I didn't. Tim, I told you I saw one show. It was called First Man. First
See, I think that's
Astronaut.
why I don't think you got you. Number
No,
one,
I
you didn't
did-
go to Penn and Teller. You didn't go to the Michael Jackson Experience. You didn't go to the Bunny Ranch.
Yeah.
Well, what did you even do?
I
out
didn't
there?
even go and see. You know that they still. I didn't realize this was still like a thing. But there were like a surprising amount of like nude reviews.
Nude reviews.
Nude
like,
reviews. Yeah, like at really nice places, at like the nice hotels. It was like
what hotels?
like the Mandalay Bay,
Okay.
the Bellagio.
They have just nude reviews there.
Yeah, I mean, I think
What is
they're
going
no.
on?
This is. I mean, I guess it's not like a nude review. I
Like
guess it's
nude
like a
people?
showgirl show, but they don't call them like showgirl shows anymore.
They call them nude reviews.
You know what? That might just be a name I gave them. But I was just surprised. Like, but they do advertise that they're topless.
Okay.
But like, I was surprised that like,
What a weird thing. Like when you take a step back and it's
yeah,
like a bunch of people where it's like, hey, we're gonna go to this fancy place. Like they spent millions and millions of dollars building this.
yeah,
They got this fountain outside that's world renowned,
yeah,
and inside like
get
we're
to
gonna go
see,
to a show, and it's gonna be like very intricately choreographed.
yeah.
The production values are gonna be great. But really, it's just a bunch of guys wanting to like look at some ladies' milkers in there.
Yep. And they're gonna go through all these hoops to like, and we're gonna go through all these hoops
To, like,
instead of them-
legitimize it.
instead of them just going to a strip club.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna put
It's
on
like
a
some
big
Busby
charade.
Berkeley type like production.
Yeah. But yeah, I was surprised at how many there were, and I was surprised because I was like should I go to one of these? Like, is this a thing where like I can go as like, you know, just a solo creep? But I don't think
Probably.
so. No, I don't think so.
Do you
I
have to
think
go with your wife? Or
yeah, I
something?
think it's all just like we have to keep this like real legitimate. Everybody has to like bring wives and like
Everybody has to bring their wife to suffer through this perverted spectacle.
I should have looked if you could pay extra and they get somebody to pretend to be your wife.
No,
to
that's
go
what
with it.
prostitution is, Tom. Yeah, and it's legal. It's fine in Las Vegas.
Oh, so I guess they
yeah,
do
you
offer
do
some-
that. Yeah.
Boy, but that would really be throwing your money out if you hired a prostitute just so you could go to a topless show and not feel bad about it.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Yeah. So I was surprised at like just how many of those there were.
Tom, be honest with me.
Yeah.
I'll stop the recording.
Okay, great.
It stopped. Did you go to one of these nude reviews?
No, I didn't. If I went, honestly, I thought about it mostly because I was like, oh, like I'm gonna get back. We're gonna do an episode about Vegas, and I'm gonna have not done anything. Like maybe I should go to a nude review, so I could, as you so eloquently put it, see some milkers, and also have something to talk about. And I was legitimately interested in like what is this like? Like, is it? You know, is it like, I imagine it probably is like a fantastic show, but is it like, are people like yelling like, enough, just show us your milkers?
I assume it's an audience full of perverts.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of legitimate shows
And
like
it's-
Cirque du Soleil or like that's like feats of
strength,
acrobatics, and strength.
Well, so let me tell you another sign I saw, which was Cirque du Soleil's first and only 18+ adult show.
What the hell?
So now they're in the game too. A bunch of guys, swinging from trapezes with their ding dongs hanging out.
Trapeze stuff.
So yeah, I didn't get to go to any of the shows, but I was also like, that was the other thing that was so strange to me. It's like, oh, they're doing like a show every night, like in big places. Like they got to bring in a lot of people.
Yeah.
Should have gone. I should have gone to all these. Should have blown off the conference and just gone into all the nude reviews and then given my nude review.
Your nude
to
review.
To be clear, my review would not be nude.
Oh no! Well then, not
it'd be Tom's non-nude review.
Did you go to the Hoover Dam?
No, I looked into it because it's not that far.
While you were in Vegas, Tom, I just realized this now.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Vegas Vacation.
Oh, did you? I mean, I went to Vegas, and literally as I was getting off the plane, I didn't do any research into I tried the day before and I just got overwhelmed. Like, oh, what should I go see? Because I had like a day to myself or half a day. And as I was getting off the plane, I realized, oh, I don't know anything about Vegas, and anything I do know is from Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, it's a great film. Did I ever tell you? My wife, when I met her, mentioned that one of her favorite movies is Vegas Vacation, and she's seen it so many times. But up until recently, she had
didn't realize it was part of a franchise.
She never saw any of the other vacation movies. I think she knew
so she
about
knew they
them,
existed, but she hadn't seen them.
You ever have a band where you listen to one of their albums and you're like, this album rules, and it becomes one of your favorite albums.
Yeah, and then, this is enough.
And it's like, and I'm never even going to listen to any of the other ones. That was her. But Vegas Vacation was the one that was like, no, this one speaks to me. Not interested in the two arguable classics in the rest of the series.
Yeah. Vegas Vacation was seen as, a dog in the series. I love it. It's a great movie.
People how do you rank them? The original Vacation has to be one, but a lot of people think Christmas Vacation.
No, I would say Christmas Vacation's the best one.
And then European is kind of a little more lowbrow than those.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not, I'm a lot like your wife, Tim. I'm really not familiar with Vacation or European Vacation. I don't know if I've really seen them all the way through.
Huh.
Certainly not in recent years.
If you want to hear Lindsey Buckingham's vacation theme, Holiday Road, constantly for 2 hours, check out all the rest of the movies.
Yeah, I always forget that's Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah, the best song to come out of Fleetwood Mac.
I did also walk by and went inside briefly, Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah. Tom, me and you went inside the best TV shows.
Yeah. It's very strange to me to have a Hell's Kitchen themed restaurant based on Hell's Kitchen where everything comes out late and undercooked.
Yeah, and the chefs are just getting screamed at the whole time for being incompetent.
Yeah, they're getting screamed at. They're sweating into the soup all the time, and
you could eat there?
Yeah, it was a full restaurant. Is that the one from the TV show?
I imagine.
I don't think it is.
I mean, when they do the no, they must film that in L.A., right?
Yeah.
So is that where they send the winners when they're like, you're, yeah, because they go you will be a chef in Gordon Ramsay's Las Vegas restaurant. They probably don't want to sully his real restaurants in Las Vegas. Sorry, not Los Angeles. They don't want to sully because he probably has
I know he. There's that. There was a Gordon Ramsay burger place,
right?
And then I think there are very expensive, legitimate 5-star. At least one that he has somewhere there.
Yeah, and I think they'd
that might not even have Gordon Ramsay's name in the restaurant.
Yeah, and they probably built this Hell's Kitchen thing because every contestant on Hell's Kitchen is not a culinary superstar. I'm sorry to say.
No, and yeah, this thing was on the strip next to a Shake Shack. Like this was not, the full Gordon Ramsay experience. It also, people who listen to our Fright Fest episode know I'm easily startled. I was, I took a picture of the outside and sent it to you, just to be like, hey, look where I am. And then I was like, I should go inside, like see what's inside. Like, they asked, even though I was terrified that they would be like, table for one, I'd be like, oh, I just want to see. I would get like, oh, all right, and have a meal there that I didn't want. But right when I walked in, there's like I don't know, like a fountain or something, like a thing.
There's lots of fountains in Vegas.
Yeah, but this is like a regular size fountain. And then like all of a sudden a hologram of Gordon Ramsay walks out and he's like,
what?
Hello, welcome to my restaurant. And I'm like, oh my God.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
Why did you send me a video of this? What else did he say? It's raw.
No, it must have been like triggered by me walking in and like he says hello and then he like walks out of the thing and he doesn't come back.
Oh, does he have a funny quip or anything? Did he call you a cow?
No. I think it was very professional. Where he just, welcomed me to the restaurant and hoped I had a good time or something.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
But I sent you a picture. I did take a picture. They had like the wall of winners on there.
Yeah, and I was like, don't recognize one
Yeah,
of them.
when I was looking, I was like, this show's been on for like 24 seasons or something insane. Like, yeah, I guess when you do like 4 seasons a year.
Yeah. A lot of airtime they need to burn on Fox.
Yeah. I went to a mall. It was very depressed. I don't know why I went to a mall. Oh, I do know. I had to go to the bathroom. But I didn't really. I went in Mandalay Bay a little bit and walked around that casino. That casino was way nicer than Sam's Town. And I wasn't even staying at Sam's Town. I was staying at this place called Eastside Cannery.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Oh, it was like a worse version of Sam's Town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sam's Town, I was doing some research. It's been around since like the late 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so is it what it's based on?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was walking around the east side. Well, and like the hotel was booked, so I had to stay at the East Side Cannery, and I thought like, it's next door, so that'll be easy. But next door there is a 10-minute walk, and like they don't want you walking anywhere.
Big blocks.
Yeah, they don't want you walking anywhere. And like, there were so many people that were like, oh, like they all say it's too dangerous to walk in between the places. I'm like, no, it's not. They're just like aren't really places to walk. I had to jump over like a wall to get out of the parking lot. There like wasn't a walking way to get out of the parking lot. I didn't look and landed on a homeless person who was like sleeping under that wall.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
not
horrible.
like landed, but I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I didn't see you here. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, is just because they're homeless people? That's why they're like, oh, it's deadly. It's so dangerous.
Maybe.
I'm like, no, it's just.
I only go get from place to place by limousine.
I use, Lyft.
Yeah.
The Lyft there is weird too. I mean, weird compared to New York, where like,
where it's just regular people's cars. The same thing in Los Angeles because I was using a Lyft to get around.
Yeah.
When I didn't want to drive and find parking. So like, yeah, it's like people and like they have like a beach towel down in the back of their like Toyota Tercel or whatever. Yeah, it's weird.
So yeah, it was a combination of that where like, oh boy, and like those people are chatty.
Oh my God, are they encouraged to speak to you?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Like, so I had a few where like, people are asking me my life story and then telling, oh yeah, I'm going to school here, blah blah blah. I'm like, cool. This is a 5-minute ride, man. Like we could both just be quiet.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like I'm still gonna give you 5 stars and a tip. Like and then one guy in his car, there were all like neon lights and stuff under the seats. It was all like lit up, and then there was a screen just playing music videos like up for me to enjoy. Which I didn't really enjoy. I was kind of like, why? Yeah. I don't want all this. Just a ride, please.
I took a Lyft or a Juno to the airport in New York.
Mm-hmm.
This was like a 45-minute ride. And they had that. They had a screen in the back that was showing a concert. I forget what it was, but they had like it was a live concert.
Mm-hmm. Live Aid.
No, it was recent.
It was live as it was happening?
No, but it was, I don't know. There were a lot of cover songs. I think it might have been a weird Christian thing, but I couldn't get it to turn off. And then I realized there was a screen in the front that the driver was watching the same thing on while he was driving.
Yeah, well, in case you had any questions or whatever.
Yeah, so it was bad.
Yeah. There used to be, and I think there still are laws on the books, and books on the law, what you read in law school, that you used to not be able to have like any type of a screen in front of the beyond the first, the first row of seats.
They got that repealed when during the filming of Pimp My Ride.
Oh, really? Well, they have very powerful lobbyists.
Exhibit? Was it Exhibit?
Yeah.
He went and lobbied for it. And,
yeah.
Got it repealed.
Yeah, he was very close with a bunch of congressmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Las Vegas. I didn't even see any hookers. And I'd heard before because I was like, I don't want to deal with this. That like, well, I guess I didn't really do it, but that if you're like a single man and you like go to a bar, like within 30 seconds, somebody's going to come sit down next to you and be like, oh, hi. And like, if you're dope, you're going to be like, oh, a pretty lady likes me. But that didn't happen. But I guess I didn't go and drink at the bar by myself. Next time.
Yeah, were you left disappointed? That's why you didn't like Vegas?
Every time I went to sit...
I was told prostitutes were going to descend on me.
Every time I went to sit down at a bar, somebody else from the conference would sit down and get out of here, beat it. I'm trying to attract a prostitute.
If you like the show,
you can find out more at tcgte.com. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/complete guide. Follow us on Twitter at complete guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where you would have seen Instagram stories about pretty much everything I talked about at Tom Reynolds.
You follow me on those things at your pal Tim, and you would have seen a picture of me on the AFV set.
Yeah, so follow us on Instagram so that, I don't know, the episodes just seem like rehashes. No, it adds a visual flair. And if you want to support the show, support our lovely sponsors. Check them out. Also, you can check out tcgte.com/pledge for our Patreon, where you get bonus weekly mini episodes. And tcgte.com/Amazon for our Amazon page, where you can do all your normal Amazon shopping. But make sure that your old pals Tim and Tom get a little taste.
Yeah. Give me, what is it called, a VIG? No,
no, the VIG's betting. I did go, the one thing that would have been...
You should have bet on, like, a sporting event.
So that, if you would have let me finish.
Sorry.
The one thing that I wish I had done was bet on a sporting event, because I did walk over to that. That looks like freaking NASA mission control times 10. There's like so many screens and, screens playing all the different sporting events, of course, but then like just so much information, like, just text about, I guess what's going on and odds and all of that. And then, but you have to like go and fill out a form, and then like you have to bring that to like a person at a counter, and then you sit in a little booth for some reason.
Wow, you get to sit in a booth?
Yeah, I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, when I say booth,
like a luxury box at a sporting event.
No. This was like the kind of booth that, like, if you're doing research at the library and they have dividers up.
Oh, like when you're voting or something.
Yeah.
No, that stinks.
It's not a very.
That's why I don't vote.
Right. You're like, hey, put it in a sports luxury box, sure.
Yeah, they'll show up. Then I'll rock the vote.
But you call this a booth? So I didn't bet because I imagined that, like, I of course wouldn't ask somebody how it's done. So I would have tried to figure it out for myself, and it was complicated enough that I would have screwed something up, and they would have been like, ugh.
Yeah, and then you would have thought you won, and then like they would have explained to you how you didn't win.
Right.
And then you would have argued and stormed out.
Yeah. And I would have left thinking like they knew I didn't really know, so they just kept the money.
Yeah. House always wins. Did you go to the fountains at the Bellagio?
I walked by them. It was before they were on.
They have so many songs that they play.
There was a horrible fountain show inside Sam's Town that had animatronic animals, which you would think like, wow. But they were like meant to be realistic animatronic animals. It's like, look, if you're going to make an animatronic animal, make it cartoonish. Because you're not going to sell that there's a wolf in here.
Yeah.
So it was like that and lasers and just like really loud and happened like every hour.
Did it ever play One Singular Sensation?
No, it played like, I don't know, some song they made for it.
Did it play this? Luck be a lady tonight.
No, I wish.
Did it play Viva Las Vegas?
No. Tim, I told you, it played one song.
Well, these are all songs that you could see at the Bellagio fountain.
Tim, this is the only research you did, and you were so excited.
And
you
I'm
were
proud to be an American.
You told me
where
beforehand.
At least I know I'm free.
Like, I did some research about all the songs that they play at the fountain. I mean, so far, like,
and
none
you
of
can
these.
tell everybody. Can you imagine what the fountain would be? This is your song.
Pop, pop, pop. Psh.
It might be quite simple that. Psh, 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 now that it's done. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't. Everybody's getting soaked. Everybody's soaked to the
I don't think you
goddamn bone at this
No,
point.
I don't think you understand how the pattern works.
How wonderful life is. And then it comes down to a little trickle. Your song sounds like a bad song for that.
Yeah. Are there any surprises on that list?
The Star Spangled Banner, as done by Whitney Houston.
That's not a surprise.
Believe by Cher.
No, that's not a surprise either.
Uptown Funk, but did you know that Uptown is capital U, lowercase p, capital T, lowercase O-W-N?
No, I didn't know that.
I think the Bellagio screwed that one out. Oh, the Pink Panther theme song.
Oh, really?
I would love to see it.
Oh.
Tom, here's one thing I know.
We're going back.
One thing I know. All of these are on YouTube.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Got
So
my
let's
evening planned.
let's take 5, or we'll let you go till next week. But as soon as you're done, what we're gonna do and what you should do, go watch the Pink Panther Bellagio fountain. And we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, and you'll thank us later.
Yeah.
See you then. Goodbye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.